Okay, so today I'm going to show you how I'm memorizing Isaiah 43. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 3, talking about Yahweh. I will share the screen. Okay, so a voice is calling, prepare the way for Yahweh in the wilderness, make smooth in the desert a highway for our God. All right. Okay, so what am I using? I just used this tree area at amusement park that we've been going. So I was just waiting because we're waiting for, I think, my wife. She was probably doing something. But anyways, so I was like, oh, okay, let me choose this and then I'll memorize Isaiah 43. We're using the LSB version. And so, of course, I'm using the memory palace. And then to memorize chapter and verse, the numbers, I use a major system. Just look at the link as always. And I will also have a link to Pastor Rocky's message on Mark 1:3 that also, yeah, refers to Isaiah 43. And basically, it's, proving who that Jesus is Yahweh, that Jesus is God. Okay, so Isaiah 43, Isaiah Thomas is on this tree and he's eating rice. And I use rice, so 40 is rice. And 3, I use a McDonald's sign. So he's eating rice, and then it's not, there's no flavor in rice, so he wants a McDonald's hamburger too. So Isaiah 43. So he's on this tree and he's eating rice, and then he goes, "Oh, I need something with more flavor, so I'm gonna eat McDonald's." Okay, so that's here. So Isaiah 43. A voice is calling. So a voice is calling is these plants right here. I don't know what any of these plants are called, but anyways, it looks like a microphone. So there's a show called The Voice where people are singing and whatever. So I just imagine like a contestant is picking up this as a microphone and is calling. So a contestant on The Voice is calling. All right. So using a cell phone to call somebody. Right. So that's this. And then prepare the way for Yahweh. So Yahweh, thanks to Jennifer Seiki from our Bible Memory Go community, I asked her, "What do you use for Yahweh?" She said, "Burning bush," and I forgot what the other one was. I think it was like sign language or something. And I was like, "Oh yeah, burning bush would be good because this kind of goes with Moses." And yeah, I am right. So I could use that. So maybe I'm imagining myself like there's a little pathway right here, this yellow pathway, right? So I'm preparing the way for the burning bush, right? And it's in the wilderness. Wilderness I use is oh, I can't remember the book, that the little kids book. I think I mentioned this before in something else when I was memorizing Mark 1. Is there's a The Beast in the Wild or something. It's like a kid's book that we read, but I imagine that the monsters in that book, so that will, so prepare the way for Yahweh. You could actually use another person, maybe Yao Min. There was a basketball player, tall basketball player named Yao Min, so you could use him. So you're like preparing the way, like getting through this wilderness here, prepare the way for Yahweh, or Yao Min, Yahweh in the wilderness. Okay. And then right here it says make smooth in the desert. So these things I can imagine like these little small white flowers look like desserts. So maybe I'm making a smoothie out of these white desserts. Okay. A highway for God. I'm going to use this section right here. That's it looked, like a road. It's like a highway for our God. You could use an hourglass for our God. I have a character that I use for God. Maybe, you can use gold maybe for God. It's kind of, I don't know, that's not good. But either way, this is just to help you memorize a verse, right? So yeah, so that's what I did. So verse Isaiah 43, and then it's a voice is calling, prepare the way for Yahweh in the wilderness, make smooth in the desert a highway for our God. They get that? Yeah. So that's how I'm memorizing that. I hope it's very simple. The Memory Palace is a great tool. We were discussing this with some other people, and they're saying that it's kind of hard. Like the images don't pop up that quick. Well, it's true. It doesn't. It takes a lot of work and a lot of practice, just like anything else. It takes practice and then you just get better, right? In my opinion, this is the fastest way you can memorize something. Once you have this in your toolbox, you can pull it out, and then you need to memorize something, right away. You can do that. But anyways, I like Isaiah 43. I will, like I said, I'll put the link of Pastor Rocky's message on this to, it's important that people understand that, yeah, Jesus is God. Um, and we will never, in my opinion, we will never be able to understand the complexity of the Trinity, but yeah, we have one God in three persons. And my son was singing holy 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 today. It was kind of cute. But yeah, God in three persons, blessed Trinity. But it's important that when we preach the gospel, we preach the true Jesus, right? um, the true God, right? God, the creator of the world, and that um, that we rebelled against him, that humans in nature rebel against him, you know, but he loves us so much. Romans 5:8, that he sent his only son. Well, that's John 3:16, but Romans 5:8 is, God demonstrated his love for us in this: while we were sinners, Christ died for us, right? And um, our response is that we understand that He is Lord, that He is Yahweh, that He is God, and that He that we change, we repent from our ways, and yeah, turn to him, and obey him and want to please him, because he is God and worthy of our praise, worthy of our obedience. But yeah, it's important to that people understand who he is. And yeah, I'll put the God question links as well, talking about Jesus as Yahweh. Has a lot of references, so that's good. But I hope this helps you. Once again, Isaiah 43 LSB version is: a voice is calling, prepare the way for Yahweh in the wilderness, make smooth in the desert a highway for our God. Okay. I hope this helps. Thank you.